Hello, welcome. Today we have a VOD review on Eichenwalde. Looks like a Diamond Master-ish level game. We got an Ana player. Looks like, yeah, cool. So I've never seen this video before, so I'll be commenting in real time. Let's talk about composition. We have Winston, Zarya, Ana, Lucio, Soldier. I don't know who the sixth player is, so we'll let this run a little bit. Maybe we can find out. Genji, of course. Of course it's a Genji. So, actually, I'm not a huge fan of this composition for defense on Eichenwalde. This kind of comp, I would like it if it was like a scrim, like a team that played together and knew how to play around it. But for something like this, it requires quite a bit of coordination on defense and everyone really understanding how to play their roles properly. Like, I wouldn't recommend this until maybe you hit like a GM level to do something like this. I would like the Lucio to be maybe like a Zen. I would like either Soldier and Genji, one of them is okay, but I'd probably prefer one of them to switch to something else, like maybe, I don't know. Sorry, I've done a lot of VOD reviews today. My brain's kind of fried. Maybe like a Pharah, and actually for that matter, I would say the DPS isn't so much the problem. I would say I would want either the Zarya or the Roadhog to switch to a little bit of a more meaty tank. Maybe like I'd like a Roadhog in there somehow, or a Diva. Yeah, so we'll see how this plays out. Maybe what I said will resonate more once the game starts. Okay. So positionally, I like where this Ana is. Actually, this Genji has a really important job. He's gonna have to. So yeah, this Genji's already. This is why I don't like this style of comp. This Genji is already out of position. So he needs to be back here with this Winston. This Winston is doing his job. He's holding up the back line. His job is to just bubble and then not die and just like run away at some point. Alternatively, he could have actually been here with his team, put up a bubble. That way he couldn't get heals from, like, say, Ana, and then the whole team just kind of burns him down. And then, so there's two things I would prefer. I would prefer either, let me delete this so I can start over. I would prefer the Genji and the Winston to swap roles, or positions rather, because Genji's really slippery. Or I would prefer the Winston to be back there with the Genji. So either of those would have been okay. So again, this comp is really hard. Like these players need to really understand what they need to be doing for this comp to work. Again, so I would like I would like characters that are a little bit more simple to play in terms of how they play with their teammates. Divas, Roadhogs. Yeah, this Genji, I'm not a big fan of Genji on defense. Again, so this Genji, I would say the Genji and the Winston are probably the biggest offenders right now in terms of this composition. Again, I know I'm beating a dead horse here, but they just require a lot of knowledge about how to play around them. And yeah, okay. Good, you're going. Oh, nice. Oh, you didn't get her. I thought you killed her. Okay, cool. Oh, your Winston is doing so much work right now.
Come back.
Okay, they have a Pharah. That Pharah is probably going to give you trouble. Actually, your opponents are doing a pretty good job too, causing a lot of pressure. Nice. And your Zarya killed Pharah. How did that happen? That should not have happened. Oh, Genji, no, Genji. Okay, that might screw you up for the next fight.
Why?
I really want to commend your Winston. He is creating so much space for you guys. And as a backline, you guys are doing a really good job of staying close to each other and helping each other when the collapse comes. But that's also in part because, again, Winston is creating so much space, tying up their backline while not dying. So he's doing a tremendous job for you guys right now. Also, and their offense probably isn't as coordinated as they should be. Why does he keep doing that? Whatever. Okay. Cool. So you can probably go for a nano boost onto your Winston as well. That's what I would be looking for. No. Oh my god, your Winston is just putting in so much work. Okay. Okay, last ditch effort to hold up the point. I think that's okay. Okay, so I want to apologize first of all because I feel like I haven't been commenting on your gameplay enough. So let's talk about that a little bit more. Seems like I don't think you've landed a single sleep dart yet. The quality's not so great, so I can't always see exactly what's happening. But it looks like, yeah, your sleep dart. It looks like you just need a lot of practice with sleep dart. Your nade usage seems okay. You're doing a pretty good job of handling the flankers positionally. I think you're doing pretty well. Your aim seems to be on point for the most part. I would put you at this level. It looks like you're, yeah, again, like a master, low masters, high diamond. So yeah, your aim seems to be on point. You're using quick scopes when you need to, and you're not using it when you don't need to. Right now, okay, that was a huge positioning error. You went way too far forward to help that Winston out. You need to stay back more. So that was really critical. So yeah, so let's talk about more about, so positionally, you're doing pretty well so far, except for that last mistake. Sleep dart needs a lot of work. Nades seem to be okay. What else? I think that's all I have to say about your play so far. But your team is actually playing really well. So or it could just be that your opponents are just, not very good. So, or at least don't have good synergy or whatever. So keep this going. You missed a heal there. That's okay. Help your Winston out. Good. Reload. That's a good time to reload. Good nade. Good nade.
Kill Diva if we can.
Oh, not a good sleep dart. It looks like you were predicting him to come around the corner. But let me see that again. Again, the quality's not so great.
Kill Diva if we can.
Were there two people in there? Actually, you know what? I take that back. That sleep dart, there's actually a good chance that sleep dart connects. It looks like there was a Diva and a Tracer in there. Let me see that one more time.
Kill Diva if we can.
Oh, no. Oh, actually, I can't tell if Diva came around the corner or if she was in there. So if Diva was in there, I think that's a good sleep dart. If she's not, I'm not a big fan of it. So we'll just leave it at that. A little late on the grenade there. And again, so yeah, like I said, for the sleep dart, it would have been nice to save it for a more high percentage, either a more high percentage chance of it landing or for a more critical moment. In that case, that was a really critical moment to have it for the nano blade. But again, like I said, if the Diva was in there, then that wasn't a horrible sleep dart. Yeah. Okay, so you're being a little aggressive here with your positioning. And by little, I mean a lot. Your team wasn't in position yet, so this was a pretty big blunder. You're going to cost your team a lot of space here. Man, but your team is pretty damn good.
Nano boost is ready to deploy.
Good. Oh no, a little too slow on the sleep dart. You almost had it. Okay. You probably should have quick scoped right there.
I have grabs, but like we're just
That was a good sleep dart. I did like that one. Positionally, you're kind of your team actually set up pretty badly. That was a good grenade. You need to find space to well, you're doing the best you can. I would so your teammates kind of put you in a shitty position where you needed to just be behind them. And you need to just heal your ass off as best you could. So, given the circumstances, I want to applaud you for your healing there. Don't be afraid to give a nano boost to Winston here. Oh, Winston just died. Okay. Oh, excellent. Very clutch, very clutch grenade.
What are you doing over there? Come over to the point.
I'm coming.
You probably should have nano boosted your soldier there. You guys can win this, but you are slightly in danger of losing it. Yeah, I would have liked for you to be really aggressive to and use your nano there. If not on Soldier, then at least Zarya. No, Winston.
Not a visor.
There you go. Actually, was that necessary? Let's see. Let's see the kill feed. You kill Diva,
Much better to come
or
out.
you demech Diva. You got 4 people out there. There's a Primal Rage happening. You have,
We have
yeah.
no
You know what? This is actually not a good Nano Blade or Nano Visor. They only had I think 4 people left, maybe 3. Diva's demeched, and Tracer. Oh, okay. So actually, Diva's gone. Tracer's gone. You have 2 people on the point left. Winston had just used Primal Rage. You guys were probably fine to hold this. So I would have liked for you to use it earlier. That would have probably been a much cleaner kill. And then Winston probably could have held on to his ult, and whoever else could have. I don't know who else burned their ults. Like maybe Lucio did. No. So when you're coming out of the gate like that, so in general, always be looking at the kill feed. Try to pay attention to all the clues you have available to you. Like you could see Winston was using Primal Rage based on his model. So these are things you have to be looking at, especially when you're just coming from spawn. Like you don't really have anything else to do. So that would have been a really good time to save Nano Boost. And tell your teammate, like, hey, try not to use Visor or whatever. Like, actually, at that point, I wouldn't really recommend saying something like that in solo queue. But anyways, at the very least, you could have held on to your Nano Boost. That looked like a good sleep dart. Did she eat that? No, she did eat that. But in general, I'm okay with that sleep dart. I maybe would have liked for you to hold on to it a little bit longer for a more key moment. So far, I feel like you're hot and you're cold, right? Like I feel like there's times where you're playing really well, and there's times where you're playing really badly. Like when you nano boosted that soldier, that was pretty bad. But then I would say the first minute of gameplay, you were playing really well. Like you were doing really well of deflecting flankers and really dissuading them, and putting pressure back on them. You have some good nades, some not so good nades. Your sleep darts so far have been pretty abysmal. Your nano boost, I think you've only done it twice. So I think I want you to be a little bit more aggressive with your nano boost, like use them a little bit more frequently. Except for that one at the end where it just wasn't necessary. And in terms of targets, you actually in this game you have a lot of targets to nano boost. You could easily nano boost Winston or Zarya. And you could easily nano boost Soldier and Genji, so you have a lot of opportunities. So let's see what else. Your aim seems to be pretty on point, but again, you just seem kind of hot and cold. You have plays where you're playing really well, and then you have plays where you're just doing really badly. And in this particular game, I feel like your team's pretty damn good. So I don't want to say they're carrying you, but this is a game where I feel like if your opponents were a little bit better or if your teammates were a little bit worse, you could easily lose this match. I don't know if you win or lose here, but I feel like you guys will because your team seems like they know what they're doing. Yeah. All right. Sticking to the Reaper. Interesting. Wow. Okay. I do like this comp for attack. Definitely like this comp for attack. Oh, a little bit slow on the heal there. That's a good nade. I like that nade. Actually, what did you use your sleep dart for? Oh man, that is not a good sleep dart. You could have easily saved that right here for this charging Reinhardt. Yeah. Yep, good, that's good, that's good, good, good. Go back to healing, go back to healing. Positioning's okay.
Sorry, I charge.
Oh, I think you missed it on that Winston. Oh, and you missed some key shots there. Hold on to your sleep dart, hold on to it, hold on to it. You could use it right there. Yeah. That would have been okay. You missed it though. So again, it just seems like you're hot and you're cold. You have some really good plays, some bad plays. On attack there, you did pretty poorly. Again, it feels like your team is just really good, and that's kind of why you guys are doing so well. Oh, it looks like you guys got cleaned up though. Okay. Okay, so now you need to wait. Or actually, no, I take that back. You can go. You can go. You might still be able to win this. Go, 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 go. Help this Winston. It's an okay nade. I think you missed, though. Oh. Did you tag anybody with that nade? Oh, man. Okay, they wasted hammer down. That's good. Just wait. Wait for your teammates. No, I don't like that sleep dart. What was that sleep dart going to do? Like, there wasn't a whole lot. Like, let's say you land that sleep dart. It doesn't really do anything, so hold on to that sleep dart. Good, you're healing him up. Tracer, oh my god, Tracer, what are you doing? Oh, some misses there. Okay. Okay, Gary going with your team. There's the sleep dart. That's the sleep dart. That was your first good sleep dart this game, I think. And their team really messed up by not giving him a bubble there. Like Zarya should have been giving him a bubble. So I feel like your opponents just aren't very good, or they're not on the same page. Positionally, I want you to be back a little bit more. I want you to have more teammates and more opponents on your screen. Right now, you're gonna have to do a lot of turning, like left and right, left and right. Oh man. So, oh, okay, so that's just a little bit unfortunate. Okay, two things. I want to talk about kind of what your team's doing, and I also want to talk about your positioning. So, I feel like as this match is going on, you're getting a little bit worse. Maybe you're tilting a bit. But right now, you're not spacing yourself up. You're not spacing yourself up enough between your teammates. And what's happening is because you're too close to your teammates, it's much easier for your opponents to attack you because you're so clumped up. So you need to be finding positions where you can be back more and have line of sight of your teammates, and as a bonus, your opponents as well. Roughly, that's generally the idea. So right now, you're just playing way too close to your teammates. Then, as the fight goes on, you can get more aggressive and more aggressive. But to start off, you need to start off more back. That'll help you from being in the thick of it and taking ambient damage or just direct damage, and then give you better line of sight. So you'll have better protection and more. It'll be easier to heal. Oh right, and I also want to talk about how your team's attacking. So right there, I like that grenade. On that previous push, you guys were kind of all flooding the choke, and on Eichenwalde, it's kind of hard to not do that, especially before the patch. So people are kind of used to just doing that. You kind of need to be a little bit more patient. Let your teammates kind of go out first and get proper positioning, and then kind of jump in on the fight. But that's kind of more on you than it is on them. But that's kind of why you died to that fire strike earlier. So, anyways, that's enough about that. All right, let's see. What's that? I'm curious if you guys pull out the win. Let's see.
I was not doing a lot, but you are correct.
Oh, land those shots. Oh no.
Fire's really low.
Oh no, you're Winston. Why, Winston? So again, you're a little bit... So let's talk about that positioning stuff we talked about earlier. It seems good, like you want to be on the point, but right now, well, where we were just now, I'd want you like up here or like over here. Oh, oops, sorry. Hold on, let me try that one more time. Whoop. I'd like you either by this corner or like over here by this corner or like up here. Oops. Instead,
Fire's really low.
you're kind of just like in the thick of it again, and you're gonna have to be doing a lot of this to heal people, right? Like a whole lot of turning around and putting out fires everywhere. Whereas if you're back there, you can see everything. And yes, in general, I do like really aggressive Ana play, but there's a time and place for it, and it's almost never at the start of a fight. When a fight starts to devolve a little bit more, then you can start getting in there to get really meaty Ana grenades and really meaty sleep darts. Now, I don't know why I said Ana grenades, just biotic grenades. Get the win, get the win. I like that sleep dart, actually. You could have gotten that onto Zarya. Cool. You could have also saved it for that barrage, but I'm not a big fan of sleep darts on a Pharah barrage unless you predict it and you can stop it like within, I don't know, like a second. So if you can predict it, you actually can stop barrages. But the reason I don't like sleep darts on barrages is because a lot of times people will start shooting her, and like maybe she's like behind a wall, and then Ana will sleep her, and then it actually saves her. So that's just a side note.
We have to get on card,
I actually am not a fan of that sleep dart.
I'm gonna nano you soon.
Not a whole lot that's gonna get done there. Yeah, Nano, good. Get that, you can get that. Oh man. Actually, that was partly my fault too. I didn't. Right now, I should have been mentioning that Roadhog was still up there or in that general area, and you needed to respect him. So actually, my fault too for not saying that. Yeah. So right now, he's still to your right. You need to respect him. I actually tunnel visioned on the Pharah too, and I was like, oh, just kill her. But yeah, that was the wrong call. Still, he messes up his combo. You sleep him. Very good. You need to prioritize healing right now. Heal. Your teams need heal. Right now, in this situation, when you have the attacker, when you don't have the spawn advantage, you want to prioritize keeping people alive over doing damage. So, yeah. Okay, so to wrap up this video, it seems like you just kind of got worse as the match went on, and you were it seems like your aim specifically kind of just got worse. Your sleep dart needs a ton of work. Your grenade needs a little bit of work. Nano boosting, in general, I want you to be more aggressive with it. I was really happy at the end there when you nano boosted Winston. What else? Position. Obviously, your positioning. Just in general, I think you're just playing a little bit too far forward. I want you to practice staying back and getting good line of sight of your teammates while being as far back as possible. And then when the fight starts to progress, then you can get more aggressive and get more forward towards your teammates. Okay, I think that wraps it up. Good luck, sir.